Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of this playthrough of The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Islands. If you're wondering why it's called Lyra Islands in the title screen and not A Link to the Islands, check the description. But last time we left off, we got through the nightmare that was the ice dungeon. We got called the F word by one of the maidens we rescued, and they told us to go rob a beach house to get the moon pearl, so that's what we're going to be doing next. But it's good to see some of you are already here. Thanks for coming in. Which one is close? Well, we have the flute, so who cares? We'll get right into it. Well, you can fly right to the beach house, which is convenient. What time is it for me? It's about 9:45 where I'm at. So for those of you who are on the East Coast, or just further east than me, I appreciate your dedication to being here. And what does VOD stand for? It stands for Video On Demand. So, when I stream on YouTube, it automatically saves the VOD, the video, as, well, a video. So if anybody missed it, or if you missed part of it, you can go and watch the rerun, as it were. Okay, I missed the platform. We got the Cane of Samaria in the ice dungeon. I was wondering when that would become relevant. So here we go. Also, let me know if the audio's okay, although we are indoors right now, and when you're inside, the music is naturally quieter, so I expect the music to sound kind of quiet right now. Okay, we got the good old movement puzzle. Sure, I'll take that for free. Where? That was a little weird. Okay. Okay, I was wondering if this beach house was going to be a dungeon, but so far, it doesn't seem like it. I just kind of showed up and I'm getting stuff. Which is not too bad. Does that not go any further? Okay. What do we got here? Uh-huh. Okay, so it seems like because this hack has less dungeons than the original, we're just kind of cleaning up, getting the last few items outside of a dungeon, which is not bad. It just seems kind of weird to be getting them all at the same time. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're missing the ice rod, and we never found a magic mushroom for the magic powder, although I don't really need the magic powder that much, I don't think. There was that. Oh, there is something I want to check before before we commit to going to the dungeon. I like the ominous pits here in the beach house. Well, like I said, it's no day at the beach. I did want to check. There was this area we could only get to with the hammer back in the village. I want to see if that's anything. I mean, I already have the bird, so does playing the ocarina here do anything? No. Hey Zap, thanks for coming in. That does beg the question, though. What does Link do with all the little trinkets he collects on his journeys? Does he just say, well, my journey's over, I don't need the magic hammer anymore, and he goes and puts it in a drawer? Or does he, like, just kind of have it on him all the time now? Okay, you gotta get the angle just right to hop in here. I think there's a similar issue with, parallel worlds. Okay. This one? No? Welcome back, bag boy. Okay, there's gotta be a way to get in there. You just have to get, like, a pixel-perfect angle. There we go. But yeah, bag boy, you missed out on quite a bit, actually, and I'm not being sarcastic. The beach house had 3 different items in it, all within one room. Nothing in here? Link's neighbor has an overgrown lawn, and he just takes out the fire rod and burns the whole thing to the ground. Alright, let's check our map here. I see the sparkly boy up there. Is that where I want to go? I know there was a, up in the mountains, there was non-copyright infringing Turtle Rock, where it had the same puzzle that it had in the original game. You know, you have to hit the stakes with the hammer. I did not have the hammer at the time, but now I do. So I guess we could go check that out. But first, let's see if there really is anything in here that we need. Follow the sparkles on the map. The sparkles, they call to me. Give me the shiny things. Okay, so you're telling me this is another one of those situations where the map doesn't exactly match what's here? So we'll see if there is anything here. The Master Torch. Okay, so far it's not looking good. Yeah, this is just... Oh, maybe there's a warp in the Master Sword area now? Out of my way, squirrel. Now that I actually have the sword, can I do something? No? I feel misled. Alright, let's just go to the mountains then. Worth a shot. This suspicious white square. Hey Josh, good to see ya. No worries. I don't expect everybody to make 100% of my streams all of the time. But glad to have you here now. Okay, first stop. Let's heal. Lady, are you handing out free samples? Thanks, bro. Alright, back to the mountains. Interesting choice of music here. Favorite Zelda game? Oh, mine is Majora's Mask. By a long shot. It may just be, I don't know, maybe it's just the nostalgia talking. Do I still have to do the secret code? Yes. But Majora's Mask, maybe it was just the timing of when it came out, but it felt like it was the first time that what I was doing in a Zelda game mattered, I guess. You know, playing a game like Ocarina of Time is fun, don't get me wrong. Okay, third time's the charm. But Majora's Mask was the first time it felt like the things I was doing had some impact on the world. You know, just because of the nature of the 3-day system and the NPCs. Okay, cool. Got it. Oh, this is our first time going to the Dark World. Okay, still Turtle Rock. But yeah, you could see NPCs in Majora's Mask actually having lives. You know, some of them were actively scared about what was happening in the world. And then in the last few hours of the day, you could see some of them had, like, given up and were hiding. You know, the mayor's wife is just chilling in the bar because she thinks the end is near. You know, what's there to be done about it, that kind of thing. So, it's interesting. I think Majora's Mask is my favorite. And it's fun to replay. It's a good, because of the whole 3-day system, it's a good challenge game, you know, challenge yourself to see how many cycles you can beat it in. Okay, I've got magic. If this is going to be anything like the Ice Palace, got my 2 jars of magic. Oh, I hate the fire bars. Yeah, you're just gonna hurt me. Oh no, you missed. Cool. Oh shoot, I missed. Twice. Okay. This does not bode well. Does this have... Does this have, like, a jar of magic somewhere I can use? No. Okay. Why don't we go check out those other areas over here just to see what those are about? Hey, Jacob. Thanks for coming in. How's the hack so far? It's not bad. Overall, it's pretty solid. I will say that the Ice Palace level that I went to, it featured a lot of backtracking. It was, frankly, a little much. But besides that, it's been pretty solid up to this point. Can you heal my magic too, please? No? Fair enough. Have I ever played any Final Fantasy game? I have played most of them, I think. Let's see. I've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got partway through 6. I just got busy and never finished it. I played 7 like a million times. I played 8. I played 9, 10, and 12. And out of all of them, I think 12 is my favorite. For the longest time, 7 was my favorite. Yes, I was one of those people. But then when I finally got around to playing 12, loved it. I think 12 is great. If I had to pick a top 3, I'd probably pick 7, 10, and 12 as the best Final Fantasies. I wonder if one of these is going to lead to the, whatever the Ganon's Tower equivalent is. You guys still say the same stuff? This is a very long area. Some magic, please? Really don't feel like using up one of my potions? Okay, there was a warp thing here, but don't know if I want to use that right now. Okay, yeah, here's Ganon's Tower. So is this all the Dark World has to offer? Is a few screens, basically? What does the map look like? Okay, it looks like the map isn't really changed, probably because it's not used, if I had to guess. It's pretty much just this mountain range. I don't suppose the flute does anything, huh? Ow. Yeah, maybe that's not a bad option for a future stream. Me actually finishing Final Fantasy VI. I guess just for curiosity's sake, where does this take me? Okay, this isn't anything terribly exciting, I guess. But at least it did create that little, the sparkly magic warp thingy. What was in here again? There were so many caves, and a lot of them looked so identical. Alright, I guess we'll just bite the bullet, go to Turtle Rock, eat up a potion, and pray I don't miss again. I mean, it's the first room, so if worse comes to worst, we can always just bail out, go buy something, take like 30 seconds. Do. Gotta walk along this precarious path. A challenge to beat 6 with only the 3 required characters. I would want to focus on actually beating the game first. Like I said, I never finished it. I did get to the, it's not the Dark World, whatever they call it. The World of Ruin, that's the one. And I think I got to the part where you have to rescue Celis, and I just never got around to finishing it. I don't think it was bad, I just... I think that was about the point when I had my first kid. So I just, the playthrough got interrupted, and I never got around to doing it again. These moderately threatening fire bars. Ow. Ow. Alright, let's wait until that torch goes out. Okay, we'll start it again. A 4-job fiesta. What exactly does that mean? What's a 4-job fiesta? Is that anything like a Ford Fiesta? If so, I don't want it. Okay, we got it. The treasure chest does not disappear if the torches run out. Any hidden tongue stuff? That sounds weird out of context. Nobody clip that. Ah, the Turtle Rock tubes. Glad to see these making a comeback. I don't know which one of these I need up or down yet. Which FF game didn't have a SID? Excellent question. I think it's just FF1, isn't it? Elephant trunks? Okay, I could see that, honestly. You know, back in those days with the CRT TVs, could be hard to tell. Okay, I wonder if this is intended. I mean, this is a ROM hack, so making something like that intended doesn't seem entirely unlikely. In fact, I think there's a room in Ganon's Tower in the original game where you kind of have to do that, although the room itself is optional. But that, I think, is the only way to do it, is the Pegasus boot ricochet. Okay, I'm guessing the ice rod is in here, because assuming the boss is vanilla, you need the ice rod to beat it? I guess we'll find out. Okay, sure. The holes are not completely filled, even with the cane block there. Okay, I did in fact need to hit the switch. Can I just... Cool. Oh, that's what I hit. More spooky, scary skeletons. Yeah, to the left, I guess. Take it back now, y'all. Man, those guys do a lot of damage. Okay, I heard a chest appear, so I guess we're just gonna have to do that. One heart left, got the key. Worth it. We do still have fairies. That's a good question for the general. Ouch. I did not see the eye. The HUD was in the way. Good question for the general discourse of chat. Which Final Fantasy SID is your favorite? We want to go this way. I guess let's start with this way. Ouch. Okay, this room seems kind of mean. Ouch. It's a challenge for FF5 where you only use 4 jobs the entire game, basically? Okay. Interesting. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad, I guess, if you pick the right jobs. But, I've only played through 5 once, so I couldn't tell you, you know, this is going to be the best job or not. Okay, where did that chest appear? Gotta be in a room nearby. I mean, I'm one of those people where FF8 didn't necessarily resonate with me, honestly. I played through it, but I wasn't crazy about it. But I will say, I think the Cid in that game is interesting, at least. I mean, he has major plot relevance, which is cool. Okay, sometimes you guys drop fairies. That'd be nice. Am I trapped in here? I wonder. Is there something down below? Ah! Okay, there is not something down below. Oop. Okay, we're collecting all the keys. Okay, glad to know I'm not the only one who had that issue with one game or another, where I started it, never got around to finishing it, and then just, yeah, maybe tried to pick it up again at some point, but it just didn't work out. Okay, what am I missing here? Is there a door I haven't been through yet? Because this was a dead end, right? And the map is only moderately helpful. Or was there a door back here? Okay, helpful. We like that. Because this we already went through too, right? Yeah, that just had a piece of heart in it. I don't know, Bag Boy. There are some games that I have played well enough over the years that I can pretty well tell you where just about everything is. I mean, even A Link to the Past, I think I could probably 100% without looking at a guide. And, you know, Super Mario RPG. I would love to see more non-human playable characters in Final Fantasy. It seems like the norm for the longest time has been you get a team mostly made of humans, and then there's one non-human character. Maybe 2 if you're lucky, like Kate Sith and Red 13. Or like in FF12, how you have Fran, and she's your only non-human person. Glad I remembered that was still there. Beware the chain chomps. I guess we'll see which crystal switch we needed to be up or down. I'm sure that'll become relevant at some point. Alright, let's take the elephant trunk first. I don't think I ever recruited Umaro in FF6. I played FF6 blind. I always like to play games blind the first time I play them, so I didn't even know that was a party member until sometime after. Oh, he's a Yeti? Nice. Okay, there we go. Non-human characters. Alright, we're gonna have to light torches in this room, or what? Okay. Treasure? A key. Okay, cool. Oops. Moogles remind you of Olimar? I could see that, honestly. You know, the cute little noses, the way that their eyes are always closed. It makes sense. Bag boy, you got stuck on Smithy? I mean, just do 100 super jumps and get the super suit. Forehead. Oops. Alright, I'm wondering if that... I should have taken the other path if I'm going to run out of keys at some point here. Time will tell. A lot of buttons. Compass. Key. Okay, the keys just keep on coming. I'm looking to see if there's another hidden switch. Well, actually, I think if memory serves about once again, my limited knowledge of hacking this game, I think you can only have one chest trigger in any given room, so we should be okay. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, it has Yoshi and it has Rosalina. That's all I need. Alright, where is this going to take me? You probably have a key, don't you? You have the biggest of keys. Handy. I would love to see some RPG cameos in the Mario Galaxy movie. I mean, it's Mario Galaxy, so I doubt that's going to happen. But, you know, give the people what they want. Give them Geno. Geno and Rosalina seem like they would go together perfectly. So just put them in the same movie, darn it. Wait for the fire. I would even settle for Valentina. Yes, just give me a Super Mario RPG character. Nintendo would include Vivian if they weren't cowards. Is there a way to beat these? I normally use my sword to beat these guys, but it seems like the game wants me to use something else. Okay, that works. Wonder if I even need to do this. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm probably overthinking this. Man, how much HP do you have? Okay, there's one. Just taking my time, guys. Oh, that probably opens this door if I kill them. We'll see if I actually need to do that or not. We've come this far, might as well kill him. As I shot 30 arrows at him, I couldn't help but think, there has to be a better way. Okay, that didn't do anything. But now we know. And knowing is half the battle. The other half is incredible violence. Oh, this room. This room sucks in the original. Wonder how much they actually changed it. Ouch. There should be a key under that pot in the middle of the room, I think. We'll take that. Yeah, I do have to wonder if there's another way to kill those heads. And I was just making that too hard. Okay. Or no, it's not a key. I guess it opens a door. I remember being stuck in this room for ages in the original game. Okay, that was a heart. Not worth it. Before I commit to that, let's see what's under the last pot, just in case. Okay. Ow. Our handy-dandy map. Alright, I guess we'll see what's this way first. Little tongue action. Once again, no one clipped that. Chain chomp. Be cool if you dropped a fairy. Do. Come on. Why is Olimar blue? Because we got the blue tunic, which boosts our defense. Ominous floating skeleton. Okay, what did the tongue actually do? I have no idea. It made the secrety unlocky sound, but I don't notice anything different. Unless it's in a different room than one of these rooms? I still don't have a key, so that doesn't help. Guess we just have to go back the other way. Avoid the grumpy chomp. The chomps do huge damage, from what I remember. Man, I'm gonna have to come back in this room. Scythe is compiling a highlight video where he just takes out of context clips from all of my streams. Okay, I'm going to assume I needed whatever that noise was. Oh, cool. Door is open. Well, bag boy, I hope you weren't watching from your phone. Although the fact that you were able to put that in chat tells me you probably weren't. Which way did I come from? This way. I came from that way. So let's see what's up here. How many floors is this dungeon? I think it's technically only 4? Yeah. Just a lot of backtracking. Olimar's having a rough day. Okay, another light the torches room. Ouch. Okay, is this actually going to do anything? Oh, uh-oh, I have an idea. Okay, that was not the idea. But my guess is that there are torches in this room and probably torches in the adjacent room. So let me just wait out. Wait for those torches to both go out. Okay, that's probably good enough here. Ow. No, not again. I still have a fairy, right? No, I don't have a fairy. Man, these dungeons are rough. But hey, Link likes it rough. There you go, there's some more ammo for your video, Scythe. Okay, let's go back. Let's see what else we can find in here. I think there was a path back here we didn't go through. No, we went through that one. Okay, that was the button room. What? Okay, where was that one room that had the exit? Oh, cool. Found one. Wait, have we been here before? I don't know. Okay, this is handy. So we can just get right back to where we were. Thank you. Let's get some magic. One of these just in case. And I guess one of these. Just get the whole collection here. We can always go to those houses in the middle of the islands if we need to get a little more change. Okay, now how do we get back to the thing? How do we get back to that area? I think we need to traverse through some caves, or maybe we just go, maybe it was just over to the left. No, this is just the tower. Honestly, I think half the time Link goes on these missions to save the world because he's bored. That would be my guess. Wait, can we... No, we can... We can do that from the Dark World, I think. There was that cave that led to that small area. Yeah, Wind Waker happens because Link came here to, I'm trying to think of something clever. Link came here to, swing his sword and play with his sister, and he's all out of sisters. Or no, was this just the way back to... Was this just the way to Ganon's tower? I'm already getting mixed up. Good thing I can go fast. Link the Hedgehog. No, that's just the ferry. Okay. I'm getting turned around. That's a me problem. No, I guess we do have to go through... Well, shoot. Yeah, I think we are just gonna have to go back through... the main entrance, huh? Yeah, I think we can only get there... we could only get there from the light world, and I messed up the portal by going through the other portal. So that's cool. Last favorite party member last time I played, FF7. An excellent question. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, most of the party members are kind of samey in terms of, like, ability. So none of them really stand out. I mean, Cloud's the best at everything, obviously. I don't know. I used to like Vincent because of the whole like edgy vampire thing he's got going on, but mostly because the first time I ever used Vincent, I thought he was hilarious, like unintentionally, because his whole thing is, you know, you find him in the basement of what is essentially a haunted mansion. He sleeps in a coffin. He does this whole thing about, like, I've committed unforgivable sin and all this stuff. And he has this golden claw gauntlet that he has. So when I first used him, I was thinking, okay, what's his weapon of choice going to be? What's he going to do in battle? Is he going to, you know, claw at people with that claw? Or is he going to turn into a vampire? And then he just pulls out a gun and shoots people. I just thought that was unintentionally hilarious. The vampire guy just shoots you. That's what he does, is shoot you. But no, in my old age, I'm coming to like Sid more, just because he's got the whole "I'm getting too old for this crap" attitude. But he does it anyway, just because he's, you know, what else am I going to do? I guess we might as well try to save the world. Also, High Tech Mage, thanks for coming in. As long as you're not on Stephanie's side, that's fine. Okay, so that other cave leads back to where I exited, but is that really where I want to go? I mean, I guess it is. I don't know, this is all very confusing. But at least we have a key now. Yeah, Vincent's whole backstory is tragic, and to be fair, he does transform into stuff. I just think it's funny. He shoots people. I mean, we already had a character on the team with a gun, but Vincent's like, I don't care, I just use guns, man. Yeah, I think Don Corneo is supposed to be a pimp. I think that's kind of the point. Okay, where did we want to get back to? Because I think there are two paths before us here. I'm sure one of them leads to, like, a boss-type area, and the other leads to the ice rod, presumably. Yeah, a lot of the adult concepts in FF7, like the whole thing with Don Corneo and the pimp and all, being a pimp and all that all kind of went over my head as a kid. Like the whole scene, I think I got the general idea of that, like the Don wanted women, but the scene where Cloud and team are threatening him, where they say, you know, tell us what we need to know or I'll squish them. I think it was lost on me what them was referring to. So many fire bars. Alright, there's our key door. Please? Come on, give it to me. Man, there's got to be a way. I mean, the boomerang, I think, is the only thing I can throw vaguely, like, diagonally. Man, that's frustrating. Okay, I guess I gotta go back and find the crystal switch. There was one around here somewhere, wasn't there? Yeah, right down there. Okay. So, could be worse. Don't squish my henchman. Yes, exactly. What else would he be talking about? He just really cares about his dudes. There we go. That's the good stuff. Oop. How's the FE run going? It's going good so far. Had a couple chapters that gave me a little trouble, but got through it. We're up to chapter 19. My plan with chapter 19 is to have Canis do the solo, because I think we just got Nosferatu from the chapter before, so I think between that, Luna in one of the chests, he can probably take it. Rebecca soloed the boat chapter, so that's a cool thing I got going for me. Alright, bag boy, thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Okay, there's got to be a key or something I care about in here, right? Do. Bob and weave. Really? This doesn't seem right. I got all the pots, right? And there's nothing in here? Huh. Oh no, there's a door. That door is new. That's why I was confused. Marlene running the bar by herself. She did a great job, how dare you. I like to think that no matter what the customers asked her for, she always made them like a Shirley Temple or something. And she's just so cute, everybody went with it. I mean, they all lived in the slums. You do what you have to. There's a 4-year-old running a bar. There's a 5-year-old with a cigar in his mouth running a construction site. Okay. Red mail is cool. Mirror shield is something, I guess. It's useful for reflecting the eyeball laser things, but even that's not that important, I guess. Because yeah, again, if the boss of this game is the same, or the boss of this level is the same as it is in the vanilla game, I still need the ice rod, and I have not seen that yet. Although the ice rod is not in a dungeon in the original game, so maybe that's the same for this game too. I have not played the remake of Final Fantasy VII. I do not own any PlayStation beyond the PlayStation 1. But supposedly the remake's supposed to be coming to the Switch too, so I might have that one on my list whenever that comes out. Okay, this is fine, right? Yeah, this is where we want to go. But I'm worried we're about to get stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Ow. It turns out even with a red mail, the fire bars still do the same amount of damage. Josh, you bought a PS5 just for Jurassic World Evolution 3? Well, I can respect that. You know what you're about. I considered back in the day, keeping myself up to date with Xbox consoles, just because I love the Halo franchise. But then I played Halo 4, and Halo 4, frankly, was not very good. So then I thought, I guess I don't need to keep up with this anymore. Okay, back to this room that made me rage quit last time. And by rage quit, I mean I just had to get out of the dungeon. Ouch. Okay, Ice Rod? Ice Rod. How do they pronounce Kate Sith's name in the English version? It's actually pronounced Dennis. Okay, yeah, we're good here, right? Yeah, so boss, and then we're good. Alright, bring it on. I didn't know this at first, but you have to use the element to stun them. You know, use the proper elemental rod to stun the head, and then you can hit it with your sword. I didn't know you could hit it with your sword. I thought you just had to keep using the rod on them. That wasn't something I figured out until I was an old man. It's supposed to be Ketshi? That's how you pronounce Kate Sith? Gonna be honest, that would not have made my top 10 guesses as to how that was supposed to be pronounced. Got him. The spikes can't hurt me now that the boss is dead. I think there's actually a hack that uses that mechanic, where you have to fight a boss and then like walk to another room in between spikes, and the only way you'd realistically be able to not get hit by the spikes is to have this post-boss immunity. Okay, who's going to swear at me this time? Oh, it's actually Zelda. Appreciate your coming so far to rescue me, as I thought you are the legendary hero. I have felt this from the first time we met. Ganon is waiting inside of his tower to pass through the gate linking the two worlds. Once Ganon enters the light world... Okay, this is vanilla text, I think. We will use our combined powers to break the barrier. All of you? Even Janine? She didn't seem that happy last time. Alright, now we can go next door to Ganon's. Is Red 13's voice really that bad? I haven't heard it. That's a genuine question. Does he sound like... What's the route they go with it? Because part of the plot with Red 13 is he's supposed to be like, according to his species, he's still a teenager. So do they go like the plucky teenage voice route? Or do they go the wise old sage voice route? I feel like those are the only two possible options for him. They did both? What does that mean? I'm scared and confused. Thanks, Zelda. His voice cracks and he complains about beast pimples. Oh my goodness. Alright, this will theoretically be the last dungeon. Unless something major changed. Okay, there's a door here. That's new. Okay, we're just right out the gate here with these guys. I wonder where I'm going to find the silver arrows. Do-do-do. Love the ice physics. Uh-oh. I'm out of... I still got a sword. Yeah, I always imagined Red 13 as having the, like a deep wise sage's voice. Alright, what do you have for me? Oh, just a... okay. Okay, and that's where I just came from. I need a key. Door number 1, door number 2. I really hope this whole dungeon doesn't have ice physics. Oh, we need the big key for that one. Okay. At least we have a direction. Alright, got our key. Do we have to beat the statues over again? We sure do. Well, okay, whatever. Gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way then. Swords do not do a lot of damage against these guys, and there's not really a way around that. New telepathic stone, who dis? By the way, Link, this is Sahasrahla, the Elder. Have you seen my daughter Stephanie anywhere? Aerith and Tifa have opposite designs? How do you mean? I heard, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that the creators of the game kind of designed, they designed Aerith to be like, I don't know how they phrased it, but basically like she was a Japanese inspired, whereas Tifa was Western American inspired in her design. Breaking down the door. I wonder if we'll get a map here. I love all these cute little statues of Ganon holding the Triforce. I got it, guys. It's me, Ganon. I have the Triforce. Yeah, I'm with you there, Josh. I have to make a conscious effort to call her Aerith, because she will always be Aerith to me. I know that, you know, there have been plenty of YouTubers and other sources out there that to prove that it's supposed to be Aerith. It was always supposed to be Aerith. I recognize that the council has made a decision, but I have elected to ignore it. The Triforce glass windows, yeah, those are pretty cool too. I should get those in my house. Does this work against... I don't want to get turned into a bunny. Where did Eris come from? I don't know. I don't know if it's just a, you know, translator liberty, something like that. That would be my guess anyway. Alright, I understand the mood we're trying to go here with this being Ganon's tower and all, but if this is going to be as big as the original Ganon's tower is, this music's going to get a little repetitive. Okay, I'm sure there's another Stalfos in this room. There we go. I don't know, I would imagine the change to Eris from Aerith was probably just the translator taking the liberty. I mean, that's what they did with Final Fantasy VI, changing Tina to Terra. Just, hey, it sounds better, let's change it. Okay, this... If this is like vanilla, you want to go through one of these bombable floors here? Oh, was that like an actual bottle? Oh, hey, we found the 4th bottle. Alright, we'll see what's behind floor number 1. Oh, hey, you again. At least there's no spikes this time. The game does not let you pause while the snake is being destroyed. There we go. Ah. I saw you earlier. That's how I saw you in the parking lot. That's where I know you from. I love how proud of himself he was in that scene. That's where I know you from. Alright, Snake Bro. Give me a heart? No, no heart. Sure. Guys, look at me. I'm a turtle. I do not have the big key. Alright, hold on guys. I'm gonna take a 5-minute bathroom break. BRB. Alright, I have returned. I see that you guys were wishing ill upon me while I was gone. Wouldn't expect anything less. I like the discolored piles of bones here. Very ominous. What's the first game I ever played? It's an excellent question. I'm honestly not sure if I remember. It might be, I mean, it might even be something like the original Super Mario Bros., for all I know. Oh, that's kind of funny. You get turned into NES Link. Maybe it might have been Super Mario. It was probably the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combination for the NES. I remember one time, my earliest memory of a video game is when I was a kid. We went on vacation to this this fancy cabin in, well, it was a place we were going on vacation on, and they had an NES in the cabin. And the NES had a few games with it. One of them was that Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combo. Imagine starting with The Lion King. I would never play video games again after that. Yeah, I mean, this was the 90s too, so having an NES lying around. High rollers. Okay, we guess we need some arrows. I guess we'll see what's behind the locked door first. This seems kind of maze-like. That's probably the idea. Okay, yeah, I think this is just designed to be a maze at this point. Seto Kaiba, you're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck. Hey, Tech Mage, thanks for the gifted membership. Oh wow, feeling generous today. I appreciate it. Trying to keep the lights on over here. Well, enjoy your gifted memberships, guys. Everybody be sure to say thank you to Tech Mage. I'm glad I can keep you entertained, Tech Mage. I'm glad to have you too. Okay. I can do this. Wow, you really got to be, like, on the ball with that timing. Okay, there we go. I'm glad I have you guys to talk about pointless things, like sandwiches, and shapes, and Final Fantasy discourse while we play a Legend of Zelda game. Are there Kaizo Zelda hacks? Yeah, it's called Parallel Worlds. But yeah, I mean, honestly, there might be. I don't really, I'm not really a Kaizo guy, so I can't say I've ever really looked hard for those, but I'd imagine though that's gotta be a thing, right? There we go. Alright, let's just do this the quick way. Nice, the big magic. That's what we're here for. Okay, you got in the door. There you go. Oh shoot. That was the wrong way. Yeah, Metroid I know has Kaizo hacks because I've seen them before. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, people who enjoy Kaizo stuff, more power to you, but definitely not my thing. Did I ever find the big key? I did not, right? No. Is this door locked again? It sure is. Out. Okay, yeah, so point taken. This is definitely supposed to be a map, or a maze. Okay. And I remember there was another one in here. Oh, hey, again, Tech Mage. Wow, the generosity never stops. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ouch. Okay, does it matter which way I go here? Something physical would break if you tried Kaizo? Is that like because you threw a controller that's going to break? Or is that more because you're angry and that's what's going to break? Or your mind is the thing that's going to break? Okay, so we went north, and that had a locked door. Then we went, we went this way? Was this the one? Yeah, this was the, no, it was, south from here was the one that ended up being a trap. So we'll try this door now. Will we finish tonight? If this ends up being the last dungeon, and, you know, I can finish it, probably, but we'll see. I make no promises. Okay, a key. Where was there a locked door? It seems like this does have the same basic structure as the original Ganon's Tower, where the basement is this huge area where you're trying to find the big key, and then when you do find the big key, you can go to the upper floors, and the upper floors are fairly linear. But we'll see if the upper floors are linear in this one. Okay, so I think we do actually have to go the, quote, trap route. At least one of them. So the upper door was just locked altogether. You know, instead of going all the way around, maybe it's easier to just start from the entrance. Dude, where's my sword? I mean, have you ever played Parallel Worlds? That's basically the first hour of the game, is Link going through this massive escape sequence without a sword. I mean, the novelty of not having your sword kind of works for the storytelling, but trust me, it loses its charm kind of quick. This is just painful doing this with my sword. So if I just keep my sword out like this... Oh, never mind. Okay, hold on. Tech Mage is the channel sugar daddy. Yes, Tech Mage is single-handedly funding this channel. how do you even kill enemies in the original without a sword? You have ways. I know there are swordless challenge runs that people do of the original game, and you can actually do everything in the game except defeat Ganon. Ganon is the one enemy in the game where the sword is required in order to beat him. But yeah, you have the bow. Bow and arrows can damage a lot of enemies. The magic wand, even just the wand itself, is kind of a makeshift sword if you swing it at an enemy. So it's stuff like breaking into level 6 and defeating every enemy with bombs to get the what's it called? Yeah, the magic wand. Are you talking about the original of this game? I was talking about Legend of Zelda 1. But yeah, this game, it's pots. Lots and lots of pots. Okay, what am I missing here? Where was there a key door? I know there was a big key door earlier. Oh, you were talking about Zelda 1. Yeah, then all of the stuff I just said. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, no, it did. Cool. Stop. You've never beaten second quest? I'm not sure I have either, now that I think about it. I mean, at the end of the day, the first Legend of Zelda is kind of hard. I know some people can make it look easy. I am not one of those people. There's quests in Zelda. Technically. If you named your save file Zelda, then the layout of everything changes. Or, yeah, the alternative is you can just beat the game, and it would do the same thing. Okay, are you going to make me fight the dude again? Was there a locked door down there? There was a big key chest. I don't know if there was a locked door. Alright, bring it on, Turtle Boy. Stop wiggling. Feeling wiggly, feeling squiggly. Oh yeah, I forgot the cardinal rule. You always defeat the ice head first. Nice. Alright, come here, you very angry snake. That's okay, I wouldn't want to fight me either. Ah, no, no. Mistake. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's some kinks to iron out with this game. Okay, yeah, no locked door here. Take whatever supplies I can get at this point. Okay, so that did nothing. That was just the other side of that room. Yeah, so the only point of going to that room is for the big chest. Okay, was there a locked door up north and I just forgot about it? Because I think at this point... Or was there one down south and I forgot about it? I don't think so. I guess we'll try up north first. I thought there was just a locked door in the upper room, but I could be misremembering. Magic is good. Okay, so no locked. It'd be cool to get through there, but there's nothing in this room for me to interact with besides this block, and it clearly cannot be pushed. Okay, yeah, this is just a big nothing burger here, unless... Oh, maybe this is what I was missing before. Nice twofer. Well, either way, I mean, we did get a key from all of our running around, so I'm assuming I needed to do that. Anybody else? Hello? There we go. One more? Please? There we go. Yeah, second quest is pretty cryptic. I will say I do enjoy Ocarina of Time Master Quest. It's kind of in the same vein of the second quest of Legend of Zelda. I mean, you're shooting cows in Jabu Jabu's belly. It's a good time. Glad we kept the warp maze. Why not? Okay, so there's where I need my key. But let's see if I can get... I want to check what's behind... Or do I want to check what's behind? I can check the bombable area first. Wait, where am I? That is a trap. This is not the right door. Okay. I guess it's the only door, because there's no yellow warp around here. You're gonna make me fight the Stalfos again, aren't you? Oh, no. Cool. Yeah, I'm with you there, Zap. I wish Master Quests were a standard feature for Zelda games. I would play A Link to the Past Master Quest. Okay, where does this one go? Okay, here's the bombable one. Presumably. A Link to the Pastor Quest. Yes. Link runs his own church. Pastor Quest. Yeah, I will say Master Quest I don't think was necessarily harder than the original. It was just weird. Like, and the way that the dungeons were laid out, at least in the adult section of the game, you could avoid like half of the dungeon if you knew how to use your keys intelligently. The other, like half the rooms were just Skulltula rooms, so if you didn't care about Skulltulas, you could just, you know, skip all that. There we go. Getting somewhere now. Oh, hey. I think the ice shield is still there. I just can't see it. Let's test that theory. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. A future message to all ROM hackers. Just because ice physics exist in your game doesn't mean you have to use them. None of us are going to be disappointed if you don't use them. If you dropped a heart container, that'd be cool too. No? That's cool? Uh-oh. Yeah, so, I can't press start or use any of my buttons, because it's the weird post-boss immunity thing going on. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this room. I want to bomb those walls, but none of them made the ting-ting-ting sound. Okay, maybe... I guess all I need to do is just beat this guy again, but this time have bombs on my Y button before I beat him. That dragon sprite in a Super Mario RPG. Yes, but here's the thing. Ice physics are not unused in the original game, so it's not like you have to show off something that exists, but no one got to see. And besides, that dragon has sunglasses. Your argument is invalid. I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me. Come back here, fuzzball. Okay, now that I have bombs, let's start blowing some stuff up. Okay, none of those are actually bombable. I have a new theory. One more thing I want to try. But I'm gonna fight this guy for the third time. And arrows, that's what I need this time. Uh-oh. Well, I will need arrows, but first... Get him. That's right, get in your corner. There we go, got him. Alright, let's hope this one works. Please? Okay, then what is it? What is the answer here? I thought for sure that was going to be it. What am I missing here? Link, just bang your head against the wall for a little bit. I mean, half of this room seems like it's being unused up there. I don't know. Chat, I'm open to ideas here. Is there like a hidden wall I can walk through? I also only have 6 arrows left. So if that's not the answer, is to shoot one of these statues, I'm not sure what would be. Blow up the dungeon. Link just levels the whole tower. Because this wall seems like the sort of thing... Oh, maybe I if I tug on something hard enough. Maybe if I try to grab the Triforce. No? Seemed like a smart idea to me. Like I'm looking for a tile that looks slightly raised because it's secretly a button or something like that. I mean, these two rooms seem connected, right? So is there something in here? Try playing the flute. You know, if I could press the start button, I'd do that. What is going on here? Have I tried charging into the statues? I have. Shoot the blocks. They know what they did. What if I just shot an arrow from across the gap here? Well, I mean, I think we've taken every path that we can at this point. So I don't think it'd be something... You know, I don't think there's another room somewhere that we missed. Sahasrarla, where are you? Help me. You're my only hope. Magic spheres. Yeah, I want to check the map too, but it won't let me in this room because of the whole boss immunity thing. I guess we'll just step out again. Not sure what else we can do about that. Okay. So it says that there is a room above that room, which we would need the you know, that's where all the cracks are. What if we go through the warp here? Is there like anything else in this room? Like secret over here, something like that? No? Anything in my bag of tricks? Bombs didn't really do anything. Hookshot, you can't really use on switch, or yeah, those don't really affect switches. Hammer. How odd. Not all who wander are lost, but I sure am. And where exactly are we? Okay, this is just... The warp rooms confuse me. Alright, Icy Boy. I don't really like you. Ow. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's something I could be doing while he's alive, but I don't think there would be anything. Alright, I'll try Quake, see what that can do. Okay, I have another fringe theory. We'll try Quake, and then I have one more theory after that. But it seems like kind of a long shot. So you are dead. Nothing's changed in here, right? I can't use Quake in here? Any particular reason why, game? Okay. So it isn't Quake, apparently. Can you just not use it in dungeons? I guess maybe I've never tried to use it? No. Okay. So you just can't use it in boss rooms for some reason. Okay, I have another weird theory. Maybe there's another enemy in the next room that Bombos is killing whenever I use it against this ice boss. And that is creating an issue somehow. So maybe if I break him open using the fire rod instead, that will help somehow? Read the statues, the book. Let Sahasrara rant at them for a while with one of those telepathic tiles. Okay, just in case that doesn't work, I guess we'll try this. I don't know. Just gives us something else to try if that doesn't work out. Okay. Nothing in here, huh? Alright, well, it was worth a try. Okay, I think you just can't use the medallions after a boss has died. This is so weird. What am I missing here? Can I push one of the statues? Something like that? Let me blow you up or something? If I could pick you up. Link just bangs his head against the wall. Yeah, this is weird. I'm at kind of a loss here. Well, I just don't know. I mean, I'd imagine there's got to be like, I'm sure somebody else out there in YouTube land has played this game. So, you know, if somebody wanted to look up a video and see how they got through this room, I wouldn't be offended. It just feels like there's something obvious I'm missing. I just don't know what. If I just believe hard enough, maybe it'll open up. Like, this seems like a perfect spot to have one of those semi-invisible pole puzzles. Am I just pulling in the wrong spots? I feel like I'm playing one of those games of spot the difference. Is one of these statues different somehow? Maybe if I just run around the room really fast? Fixed a bug where players could beat Ganon's castle. You were never meant to win. It was always a trap. Maybe if I just look away. Alright, Josh, I'm all ears. What you got? The room where I stepped on the floor, it opened up the path to the map. Gonna be honest with you, Chief, I don't remember where that was. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Okay, so I stepped on the floor, got a map. Oh, there were a bunch of buttons on the floor? Well, shoot, I don't remember where that was, so I guess I'll just have to look for it. But if it was the exact same wall with the exact same puzzle, I don't think that could be the answer. Yeah, I don't think that could be the answer. Well, maybe this game is different, but I think one of the quirks about this game's programming is you can only have, like, one trigger, as it were, in a room. But, I mean, I can check. I don't really have any better ideas at this point. Okay, have I been? Okay, I haven't been to the left of whatever this is. So here's a new room. That looks suspicious. We Do I fall down there? If it'll let me. I'm kind of stuck on the edge here. There we go. Okay, that wasn't it. But maybe that is? Ah. Found it, gang. That is quite the puzzle. Alright, back to business. Will you let me go? Is there a way I can get back through here? There's probably not, is there? No, I can. Okay. Just got to be a bit quicker with the toss. Maybe. There we go. Let's clear out some of the rabble here. Okay, now we're in business. You guys saw that, right? Okay, we gotta blow these guys up again. Bunch of Stalfos. I glitched through the door. Well, I mean, the door was technically unlocked. It just didn't feel like opening. Which, you know, I get it. Sometimes I don't want to do my job either. Where's that last one hiding? Wherever you are, come out. There we go. Running low on bombs. Shy skeleton man. Alright, once more onto the breach. Alright, rematch with you. Jump. Probably. Alright, it only took all of my resources, but we'll get through this door. Back. Now normally, the red mail is the item you get from Ganon's tower, but we already have that. So I'm thinking the big chest in the basement might be the silver arrows. I'm not really sure what else it could be at this point. Alright, first try. Nailed it. Okay, what's faster? To backtrack? Or... where is that? Because that big corner-ish room... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure there would be any real time difference between just walking there right now or resetting. Or using the mirror, I guess. Where was that? Was that down... I can't keep track of all these things. Was this down there? Oh my. The upper floors look huge. One crisis at a time. Back. Okay, now I just gotta remember how to get to that other room. I'm getting so turned around in here. Ow. Pointy. Poop. Nailed it. Alright, this room. Let me get my magic. Was this one of those trap rooms? Yeah, it was, but that's okay. So where am I trying to get to exactly? I want to get to the basement, so I have to go up and then to the right. First I go to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Merp. Oh, and I am out of bombs. I cannot kill the Stalfos in this room because I have no bombs. Help a brother out here. Okay, no bombs. Man, you're really gonna make me go buy some or something? Okay, this should just give me a shortcut to the... Oh, I can't use the mirror? The mirror doesn't work? You have to use the little portal thingies? Okay, that should be close enough at least. Gonna need some cash. Okay, let me think about this. Give me everything you can. Oops, wrong button. I guess we already got that piece of heart, huh? And that's just the shop, I remember that. Were there any sound effects or jingles that creeped me out when I was younger? The only one that I can think of is the music in Jurassic Park, the Super Nintendo Jurassic Park game I played a little while back. The inside music, when you're in any given, inside any given level in that first-person mode, there's this weird, like, really faint but really high-pitched sound effect that plays during the music. It's creepy. I don't really know how to describe it, but it is creepy. Okay, I have bombs, but 4 bombs. Is that really going to be enough? Let's get a piece of heart. Nice. Well, let's see what's the other direction. Do a little exploring. I vaguely recall being here, but that was like 3 weeks ago. Oh yeah, this is the castle. Oh hey, that's new. Okay, so that's locked. Cool. Maybe we pay a visit to the village. Are there any houses we haven't covered in here? Gotten some money? I think we've gotten just about everything there is in here, right? Oh yeah, whatever happened to the dwarves? I mean, we already got the tempered sword, so what purpose do the dwarves serve now? I like that they still have a house for some reason. Yeah, I think your buddy might be lost forever, my guy. Sorry. Suspicious rock. We do need arrows, so we'll take that. Gotta press the right button. I love it when the fire things don't work. Wow, we only need 3 more heart pieces to get our full 20. Oh, there was over near the beach house. Now that I'm thinking about it. Here we go. Almost 100% run. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. What was down here again? Bombs. Nice. And you still have nothing interesting to say? Just taking up real estate? Maybe we get one fairy. Murdering everything in our path. Okay. Alright guys, I have a plan. So here's what we're going to do, I think. What are we looking at? I like that the top half of the tower is cut off, the top of the screen there. Okay, so we still have some of those islands kind of in the middle of the map that I tried to explore before, but we didn't have all the equipment we needed to do that. So I think I'll still do that part of it. Well, let me check something in the village real fast. Hey, Scythe. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night. I want to say there was something in here that was kind of out of the ordinary. I must have gotten it already. Okay. But yeah, there were some islands that had a few rooms we couldn't do everything on, so I think I'd like to revisit those. And then we still have Ganon's Tower, which I'm just kind of imagining is going to take a while still, since we haven't gotten through the basement. So here's what we'll do. We'll at least go through the basement and get the chest down at the bottom, but then that'll probably be it for the night. Where is my sparkly teleporty stuff? What have you done with my sparkly teleporty stuff? You took it away from me? Selfish. I have not beaten Ganon yet, Tech Mage. we had to run some errands. Wait, was it this one? Got some bombs so I can beat the Stalfos now. But what I was saying was we'll probably do the basement of Ganon's Tower, clear that out, and then we'll probably call it there for the night. Finish this game next time. Even the trek back to Ganon's Tower is... it's a couple minutes lost. I'm never going to make speedrun pace at this rate. Okay, at least I have some arrows now, but not enough. Maybe we just hang on to those, honestly. Ganon is loaded. I mean, you don't get to be the king of evil if you're broke. I like how the rest of them patiently wait for everybody to get information before doing the next thing. I like the sound effect that it makes when you hit them too. It just kind of sounds like they're going, ow. can do this dance all day, my friend. Okay, now I just have to once again remember where I'm going. I don't even get the red tunic as little NES Link. Oh, now you want to drop bombs. Alright, where's that last Stolly man? They always hide from me. It's always the last one. Drop some bombs for me. Nice. Okay, there we go. 10th enemy has the bomb. Okay, I want to say it was down this southern route here is where I was supposed to go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Eagle. Alright, defeat the ice head first because it creates ice physics. If you don't have your own ice physics, store-bought is fine. Alright, ice rod. Oh man. You kidding me? Okay. Alright. The magic does refill slowly but surely in this hack, so I guess we just... This head is like one shot from being dead. So, I'm just gonna hang around until that happens. Okay, there we go, it filled up a bit. Not enough, apparently. Just in case it's based on steps taken. Just speeding up the process a little bit. Ouch. Is it full up enough yet? No. Yeah, I think once we're done with the basement here, I'm also going to want to buy some magic medicine. I think that's going to come in handy. What if dashing isn't considered steps? You know, I don't need this negativity. Okay, there we go. Ow. There we go, okay. And I've learned my lesson. The snake can go through walls if that door happens to open, so I'm going to kill it. Okay, perfect. There we go. Once again, I am a turtle. There we go, there's our silver arrows. Alright. That takes care of... yeah, that takes care of the basement. So now it's just the climb up to the top, which is probably going to be at least another hour if I had to guess. You know, I'm curious, if I save and quit here, where do I start? Because normally you start at the Pyramid of Power, and there doesn't seem to be a Pyramid of Power in this game. So, I guess we'll find out what happens next time. But yeah, I'm going to call it here for the night, guys. I think we've got probably at least another hour, if not more, of this hack left, just getting through Ganon's tower, and it's already getting kind of late. It's almost midnight where I'm at right now. But thanks for coming in, guys. I always have a good time talking to you guys about nothing. We're a good time. And Tech Mage, again, thanks for the generosity. I appreciate it. But hope to catch you guys here, same time next week, Saturday. But until that happens, have a good night. See you next time.